Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Halfway through when I was watching this show, I was like, I want to stop and just started recording because Paris, you know, here's the thing. My when I first started watching the show with Paris, it's sort of the same way that I felt about another character named Chloe Lane. And I thought Chloe Lane was the bee's knees, okay? I thought she was all that in a bag of chips. And my goodness, did my vision change after a while? It took a while, but I slowly saw the cracks with this woman. Oof, I wasn't watching her as long, but damn. I'm just thinking just how stupid she sounds. Cl- Um, well, not really so much Chloe, but Paris. Oh my goodness, this woman sounds ditzy as hell. I'm sitting there thinking, the hell did I see in this woman? And then I realized, well, she does have a nice body. So, but oh my goodness, this woman sounds so. Even the looks on her face when she just looks confused. First of all, she's sitting there talking to Carter. Well, she's all like, I don't know, depressed or sad or something, and she's all like, oh, well, I felt a little kind of weird. Like now she feels kind of weird and a little off and a little jealous. She feels jealous because Zende is going out with a quote unquote gorgeous model. I thought she was okay, but whatever. So now she's all jealous. She's all like, well, at first I wanted him to go out and and it didn't seem like it bothered me, but now it's like, I, I don't know. And then she was sitting there saying something. She was like, does that make me a bad person? Yes. Okay. Yes, it does make. Well, okay. It doesn't make her a bad person. Let me clarify that. It makes her a stupid person. It makes her someone that. It makes it. It makes it difficult, in a sense, to sit there and trust people. Um, Especially when someone's not really honest. You know. I mean, she never really sat there and defined her relationship with Zende. And granted, some of that could be shared with him as well. But, the way she was going on with Thomas, oh, I have a boyfriend, and now it's, oh, I'm single, we're two young and single people. It's like, sweetheart, what do you want? I mean, hell, less than a couple hours, she was sitting there acting like she was all fine with Zende going out with somebody else and being all like, oh, well, I can't sit there and keep you to myself. And now she seems like she's all broken-hearted about it. But it actually gets worse because I was like, okay, cool. So I guess we're gonna sit there and talk about that. Man, I got a bunch of things to say, but no, because Carter, like most of the men on this damn show, and I'm not gonna sit there and lie, I was kind of doing it too. So I guess I'm just as responsible. He was sitting there talking about how great she was, and he's her biggest fan, and blah 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 blah. She's just the world. She's the bee's knees, and all that. So he gives her compliments like pretty much every other damn man on that show does, and then she's all like, "Well, you know what? It's a good thing that it's a good thing that What did she say? Oh, I'm glad that Zende is enjoying his freedom." And Carter's like, "Why?" He's like, and she's like, "Because I can't stop thinking about that kiss that we had." What the? Oh, this woman. I. It's things like that that just leaves me speechless. And of course, he was all like, "Yeah, well, I can't stop sitting there thinking about that kiss either." I'm just like, I don't know which way to go with that because I'm partly like, yeah, I mean, this is totally wrong, but yeah, so we gonna get to talking about that kiss? No, we're not doing that today either. Yeah, that's cool. I've been watching this for some time now, and I've been kind of waiting for y'all to get to that kiss. Talking about it and being like, what are you gonna do? And we should probably both feel kind of bad because we're going behind Zende's back and kissing and not really saying anything, or any other one of those sentences would suffice. You got anything? No, we're just gonna not talk about it again. Okay, that's cool. I'm so glad that I sat my ass down here, waiting for us to get to that part. Did not happen today. Okay, that's fine. I can just cross that off the damn list. I just sat there like, I mean, granted, that did blow me in itself, but I'm like, this chick went from being so called happy to being sad about the fact that Zende is dating somebody else to, oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna sit thinking about that kiss. I'm so glad that he's enjoying his free time. You were just. I'm gonna just move on because I feel like I can make an entire video on this ditzy ass confused chick in itself. So I'm just gonna move on. Let's just move on. So Liam and Douglas. I saw Grandma kissing Santa. Okay. Even he's like, all right, you've been kind of saying that for a while. But then he starts saying some stuff that starts to add up. Like, no, I saw her kissing Santa on New Year's Eve. And at first, listening to thinking, okay, he's got that confused with a song. Apparently, there's a song of mom kissing Santa. I never heard of that, but okay, sure. I don't think there's a song for that, but if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. Point is, he's like, he starts saying stuff that Liam is like, okay, you might want to, you want to kind of elaborate on that a little bit. And at the Hope gets back from talking to Brooke about, well, just being a supportive daughter, um, she comes back and, he says that again, and Hope is like, you sure you don't got that confused, like a lyrics that I've never heard of a song about? Um, but then, Duck is like, no, I saw her kissing Santa on New Year's Eve. I went to go get my stuffed animal, which I shouldn't have done. Um, I'm sorry about that, but I saw her kissing someone. And then he starts with the same. It's like I think he meant like he saw Grandma or Brooke kissing someone. I'm like, okay, it looks like we're getting somewhere. It looks like they're actually starting to take him serious. And granted, I think he's like 5 or 7 or whatever. So I get the fact that they didn't take him seriously before. Now they are, and hopefully, 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 um, two and two starts to, they start putting two and two together, or at least Hope does, and be like, oh, well, that may explain her behavior and the fact that she's drinking again, that she might have kissed somebody that wasn't rich because, well, you saw her grandma kissing somebody, and it clearly wasn't rich. I can't think of anybody else that grandma would be. I can't think of anyone else that mom would be snipping kids. Oh, wait a minute. Like, I'm just waiting for that epiphany to happen. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that epiphany to happen because oh, man, that's gonna be an episode when we get to that eventually. Sheila, I don't even know what you're doing at this point. She goes over there to try to goat Taylor into, going after Brooke, and Taylor's like, why are you talking about Brooke for? You're not being obsessive, right? Like about Brooke or anything like that, right? So Sheila makes up some BS, and then she leaves and she goes in her hotel room to monologue like a damn DC villain. I know. And the analogy's getting old, but I can't help it when I see it happening way too often, and not just in this show. Okay, I mean this happens well in pretty much a lot of different shows, but even in the soap operas, especially even like in Days. I haven't really seen it happen so much in GH, but Days, there's been some good monologuing going on. But she goes back to the hotel. She's all like, "Well, I don't understand why Taylor doesn't want to sit there and talk, like dish out, like." Talk to me about Brooke or talk about Brooke or whatever. Like, did something really happen? Did Brooke's world get rocked or something like that? She's coming up with all these different theories of things that could have happened, and I feel like what she's doing is what they call fan theories, you know, and I feel like that's what she's been doing all along. Did Brooke really sit there and drink? Is her word coming apart? I don't know. Well, why don't we just wait and see? Why don't you just wait and see? I mean, they couldn't just fill it up. They couldn't fill up this time slot with anything else other than you talking to yourself in your room. But then when people sit there and call you crazy, you sit there and look at them like well, like they're nuts. So that's all sorts of healthiness. Oh, and before that, Hope and Liam was not there talking about Brooke. That was it. Yeah. Oh, and Ridge is being a supportive husband, and Brooke, well, Brooke was. I feel like at this point, I could just sit there and take my notes from a couple of days ago and just do this. Because what does Brooke do? Oh, she sits there and says, I wonder how I started drinking. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. One minute I was doing this, and the next minute I don't know what happened. And I'm just like, okay, Brooke, so we're just I've lost track how many days you've been faking like you don't know why you were drinking, which is bad because of a couple of reasons. One, you're lying to him. Two, you're making him feel bad. And I could just go on and on and on, but mostly it's just coming across as repetitive. I mean, how many times did she actually have a scene with someone where she sits there and says, I don't know how I started drinking again. I just don't know what happened. It must have been some sort of trigger. Maybe we can never sit there and find a trigger. No, we're going to find out this trigger. And hopefully we're going to find out this trigger soon because I can't keep, it mostly it just comes across as repetitive. Besides the fact I'm just getting kind of annoyed. And also, every time she says that, she makes the people around her feel guilty. She makes Hope feel guilty because she feels she wasn't there for her. Okay, she makes Rich feel guilty because he felt like he failed her. He wasn't there for her. And every time she talks about that, she talks about it in that way. It's like, Brooke, yeah, I felt like I've already said this before. Damn it, it's really getting bad when I feel like my own reviews are starting to get repetitive. And I don't just mean like just talking about the same thing over and over again, well, like the show, but I mean literally talking about key points that happened the last couple episodes. My goodness. Anyway, mm, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's about it. What a day! What an episode! Anyway, before I go, I just want to thank everyone for watching. I know I sit there and say that often, but you know, well, really, I just want to thank everyone for watching in general, and also for the fact that it's coming out late. Like, I hate when it comes out this late. Really, really hate when it comes out this late, and I really want to sit there and thank people for watching it. Getting off of work late kind of throws everything else off. So yeah, I apologize for that. But I really do enjoy doing these reviews, and sometimes I always sit there and question which reviews do I enjoy doing more. And sometimes I feel like I enjoy doing this review more than like GH. Not just because, not really so much because I don't like GH because GH is my show. GH has a lot of characters, and there's always that one good chance I'm gonna sit there and miss a character or miss a detail because they just love to throw in so many different characters. It always feels like I'm gonna miss something. Also, sometimes I'm not gonna sit there and say about pressure per se, but usually my numbers are higher on GH. Um, so I'm always sitting there thinking like, how am I actually gonna sit there and do what I did yesterday? But with like Bold and the Beautiful, sometimes my numbers are high, sometimes they're not, but I think it's just more easier because more I enjoy it a little bit more, not because it's soap opera or anything like that, but because there's just less characters. Um, there's less characters. The show is still pretty new to me. Also, I've been watching GH since high school. Um, so the show is still pretty new to me. With that being said, sometimes this show could be a bit repetitive sometimes, and things kind of move at a snail's pace. And GH, when they get going, they go. Now, I'm pretty sure this show used to actually have that same energy at some point before, a lot of them just turned into what we have now, which isn't terrible, but it's like, bro, I know that this show used to be better than this. I'm not saying the show sucks. I just know that the show used to be better than this. I just feel it. Um, so it's kind of a give and take thing. But with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank everyone for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.